Good morning, everybody. I am Nancy Quinn, business coach to interior designers and a body language trainer, and I am here with my associate coach and interior designer, Lesley Myrick. Good morning, Lesley.
Good morning, Nancy. How you doing?
I'm good. Most people probably don't know that we chat a little bit before we go live, or maybe they assume that, but we always give a little update before, and we are currently in the process of filling our latest interior design. Well, I shouldn't say that. Profit Insider Academy for interior designers. I almost said it backwards. Our next group starts in January, and we already have 2 people in, 4 people on my calendar. The interest is great, and I can understand why. Before we get into our full topic, I want to acknowledge that there's a lot of fear in the industry right now, right? A lot of changes. And it's affecting our clients, right? You're finding that people are a little bit more hesitant sometimes.
Yeah, it can be scary what I find is like construction projects, because it's an investment, people are still spending there. And we were talking with Renee Beery yesterday from Only Girl on the Job Site, and she said the same thing. People are pulling back on decorating. I feel like it's the same thing with business coaching, is that right now, the important thing is to invest in your business, and something like Profit Insiders is. So I'm so glad to see people are realizing that this is not an expense. This is an investment in your business and your future and your growth. So I'm very excited to see this group start to fill up, and it's filling up fast and early, which is exciting.
It is. And I think everyone understands that sometimes when you're in a lull with your business, it's time to do some training. And what happens a lot with our Profit Insiders Academy is they sign up, and before we even start the group, they're like, suddenly my phone is ringing, right? The universe is paying them back for making their focus back on what it should be, which is growing their business. Slow and steady wins the race. This is a 1-year program. It teaches you everything you need to run an interior design business. From the business perspective, we're teaching a lot of AI now in it to save you time, save you from having to hire staff. If you're hiring staff, we tell you where to go to hire staff. If you have to hire bookkeepers and social media people, we tell you the best to hire and how to do it properly in the Profit Insider Academy. So if you're not profitable, please consider the Academy. We put a link in this post, but basically go to my website and look for Profit Insider Group, right? Coaching, and that'll give you all the details you need. Everyone has to talk to me or Lesley before they come into the group, so we make sure you're a good fit. All right, so let's start the topic for today. Tell everyone what we're talking about.
How to start an interior design business in a new city fast.
And you've done it. I know you did it once with my help for sure, right? When you first coached with me, you had moved to a new city and you had a really nice business where you were coming from, or a growing business. And suddenly you were in a new city and you're like, what do I do?
Well, for those who don't know my whole journey, I started my career in Toronto, then moved to Los Angeles, California. That's when I went full-time, started to go full-time on my own. Moved to Waco, Texas, where it was headfirst, no other job to supplement. Building my business in Waco, we moved to Macon, Georgia. So I'm tired. I've been restarting this business over and over and over again for the last 10 plus years. So I've become an accidental expert in this. So I love this topic and this question.
Yes, and one of the things that I think happens to all interior designers, whether you're moving to a new city or not, whether you're in a new city or not, whether you're a new designer, an experienced designer, anytime you're in a lull with business coming in, it could be because you moved to a new city, which is the topic for today, but it also happens in the regular trajectory of your business. Being an entrepreneur is not easy. And I got a message on our business helpline this morning from one of our Profit Insiders who I really helped, and you helped keep her motivated through the lulls in her business and not bail, right? We get a lot of, should I just work for somebody else? Should I just
cut out for this business ownership thing?
Yeah, especially when you move to a new city, it's kind of scary to start from scratch and get it fast. So the very first thing I always say is when business is slow, and that could be because you moved to a new city and you're just trying to establish yourself, get out from behind your computer and talk to real people. So talk a little bit about that, Lesley, because that was a hard one for you. You're an introvert.
I know. I am hiding my face in shame. So Nancy was one of my very first business coaches, which is how we met. And I remember you giving me that advice, Nancy, because I was all about sitting behind my desk, tweaking the website and social media and making new covers for my Pinterest boards and making everything digital look good. And I'm an introvert. I will happily sit alone at my desk all day long and not talk to another soul. I like that. It brings me joy. However, that was one of the pieces of advice you gave me. And you said, Lesley, you have to get out from behind your computer and go talk to people. This is not bringing you business. Relationships will.
Yes.
And I didn't like that advice, Nancy, because I don't wanna. But
it worked, didn't it?
It did. And you know what? If you're watching this and you're a business owner, pull on those big girl pants, get out. Whether it is going to a structured networking event for a group, for an organization, maybe it's a women's networking event, maybe it is just going to work at a coffee shop and being willing to say hi to people and strike up a conversation. I will say one thing I used to do is I had a custom skin made, just like a giant sticker for the front of my laptop that just had like my business name and my tagline, which was bust out of boring. And people would always ask me like, what's that? And I struck up some great conversations at coffee shops, or when I'm working at a coffee shop, I love to be doing the cool stuff that people are interested in. So I'll have like, some floor plans sitting next to me or have renderings on the screen. People are intrigued. And if you're, headphones on, head down, no, this isn't what we're talking about. This is, yes, please get work done, but also be willing to kind of let people peek into your world and strike up a conversation. Compliment someone you see waiting to pick up their Starbucks order that took forever because they're so busy this time of year. Just get out and talk to human beings. You never know who you're going to meet. You never know what little seeds you're going to plant and start to be someone that people recognize in your new community and area. People can't hire you if they don't know you exist and if they don't know who you are. This is a way to start becoming known in your local market.
Absolutely. And being seen over and over again and doing fun things. And I just, I'm custom coaching a sales team in Connecticut. And one of the ladies who's a designer and responsible for bringing in a certain amount of business to their firm was going on a networking event. And she got on my calendar so we could talk about great networking tips and tricks, right? One of the things I told her was similar to what you said about how you made a skin for your computer that said bust out of boring, which was your tagline at the time. So people would go, what does that mean? Or what is that all about? And then one of the tips for getting out in public and networking is wear something people can comment on or compliment you on, or just make a comment like, that's a cool shirt. That's a cool necklace. That's an amazing hairdo you have. Anything that can allow them to talk to you, and I'll give you the same tip back. You should look for things that you can compliment people on as well. It starts a conversation. Oh, that looks like a cool drink. Which one did you get? I'm going to try that next time. Sometimes that's all you need to get a conversation going, right?
Yeah, I love that you say that, because this isn't like, hi, person waiting in line. How are you today?
I'm
This is weirdo, but if you can find a genuine point of connection, and I love that you mentioned wearing or having something that would be something other people can comment on. I mean, we're playing a game here. This is strategic. We're not going to Starbucks in our yoga pants and, well, I say messy bun. Messy bun. This is a very sleek bun. And just existing. We are on. Like, we are wearing the cool leopard dress or the great glasses or the big statement ring, something. And it has to be you. Like, this is not about costume or performance. This is be your best, most badass, awesome self. Do what you do and let people see that. You will naturally attract that energy. And when you start finding things to genuinely compliment other people on, and yes, I mean, really all you can do is comment on something about their appearance, about what they're wearing. It's low-hanging fruit though.
Yes.
But you know what? I love that you're commenting about the coffee drink. That's great. Oh my gosh, that looks delicious. What did you get? It's so easy. And if you have a couple of tricks, it takes the scary out. And like I said, people assume I'm an extrovert and this is easy for me. This is my nightmare, making small talk and talking to strangers.
I know.
I have found these ways to, weirdly, if you can kind of bring attention to yourself with a laptop skin, with something you're working on, with something on your outfit, it makes it easier for people to come to you.
Yes, and it takes the pressure off of you to start the conversation because other people will be starting conversations with you. This is what it reminds me of, and these things pop into my head as we're talking always. When you go on social media, sometimes you go on social media just to scroll and enjoy your personal, you're checking on other people, you're lurking, you're stalking, you're doing your thing, right? That's what you do when you go to Starbucks just to get your coffee and get your little, snack in the morning. You're in your sweatpants, you walk out. But if you go on social media for 10 minutes a day, specifically with your business in mind, and I'm only going to communicate with people in the attempt to create a relationship with them, that's a different social media type of scroll. It's not just relaxing and going and seeing and learning and laughing.
It's intentional engagement on social media.
Intentional business marketing activities. When we're telling you to get out from behind your computer because you're in a new city and you don't know anyone and you're trying to up your business, we're saying we don't want you just to stroll and get your coffee and leave. We want you to do intentional business marketing activity where you're there purposely to be hopefully noticed, but also do some work, and you will create relationships over time. I remember my mother saying, "Oh my God, you talk to everyone. You're talking to the pharmacist." I'm like, the pharmacist has a house.
Yes,
those people.
The pharmacist needs art or interior.
Right. So when the pharmacist says to me, "How's your day going?" "Oh my God, it's going great. I just got back from a client. I did a whole install of artwork." And they were like, "What do you do?" There you go. Bam.
There's your in. Exactly.
Then you're in. Regular conversation is what I teach, what you teach. We're not teaching salesy, spammy yuck. Yeah. Create a real relationship. So, all right, that is get out from behind your computer. Go ahead. You have one more thing to say.
I was going to say the pickup line when you're picking up your kids at school. Talk to the other parents. Like you're going to be around human beings unless you're like me and you lock yourself in your office all day until Nancy yells at you. Waiting in line. We've got a really popular bagel store here in Macon, and it is always lined up down the block. Talk to people in line while you're waiting for your bagels.
Yes.
Find ways just to say hi. And it might be nothing, but it might become something. You never know.
Correct. All right. Number 2, which is kind of what we're talking about, but it flows nicely in. Tip number 2 is focus on your visibility, not perfection. I know. So talk a little bit about that, because I think people are so scared to be visible on social media with their faces, with their own videos, with their voice, and also be visible outside from behind your computer. Talk a little bit about perfection and how it actually kills a business.
Yes. Well, we've talked about the in-person stuff, and I think we've hammered that one to death. So just know that you have to do that. When it comes to online visibility, I'm going to tell you the sad reality of my Instagram. The posts and the stories that do the best without fail every month have my face in them. Not because I'm some fantastic supermodel, but because people love connecting with other people. Yes, the photos of my rooms are important. Yes, the feed looks beautiful, but it is the reels where I'm talking and giving maybe a design tip, or I'm walking through a job site and letting people know what's going on. I did one this week. I had a big furniture delivery, and I just walked through all the rooms and talked quickly about what was going on and what was still coming. And that it's not perfect. It's me and my iPhone. I'm not mic'd. I don't have lighting. I didn't do fancy sound or effects. I just filmed around the room and then talked over it. You don't have to be perfect. In fact, the pendulum has kind of swung back to the days of super strong Instagram filters where you would take a picture of your latte and that was your whole feed. We're going back to less perfect, more personal, especially in stories on Instagram, stories and reels.
Relatable.
Yes. People hire people. It's annoying. We want people to hire us because we did a kick-ass living room. Yes. They don't. They hire us. And so the best tip I can give you, just start, just do it. I mean, truly, you're going to suck. It's going to be awkward. You're going to hate it. But you know what? Instagram stories are gone in 24 hours. No one's going to care. They're just going to respect and admire that you had the courage to show your face and show up.
Yes.
The more you do it, the easier it gets. I have a recurring task in Asana. Monday, Wednesday, Friday reminds me to do a quick Instagram story. So I'm not talking 7 days a week, super intense content creation. It's a quick 30 seconds, maybe a minute of something I'm thinking about, a project I'm at, my
You're in a new city, so if you have no project, go around the city. I'm in a new city. I'm an interior designer. I'm going to go check out this place. I'm going to check out that place.
go to an art gallery, a great new restaurant, coffee shop. I love coffee. Can you tell?
Yes.
Yeah. Get out in the new city. Talk about your city on Instagram.
Yes. Listen, you can talk about your city on Instagram. You can talk about your city in Facebook. And that is what, focus on your visibility in your new city. Not perfection, but focus on getting out. So tip number 1 was get out from behind your computer. Number 2 was focus on visibility, both on your social media and in person. And you can really use your Instagram and your Facebook to do that in your new city. And you will start getting followers in your new city. All right. So tip number 3 is find existing, and I'm going to add to this tip because I'm looking at it going, something else is popping into my head. Find existing groups, communities, business organizations, networking groups, high-end furniture stores, paint stores. Start to communicate with the industry partners in your industry. Go introduce yourself to a paint store. Go, and I know I can hear, well, I've done that in the past and they have their own designers on staff and it's not useful to do that. I hear people, the naysayers.
Yep.
It only takes one connection to turn your whole business around. So you can sit there. One connection could turn your entire business around. So you can say, I've done that and it didn't work. I'm not going to take that advice. Or you can just go, it's only going to take me 10 minutes to do that. And what's the harm in doing that? You never know if it can make that connection that turns your whole business around. The timing of when you walk in that door and talk to that owner or that salesperson in that paint store could be literally perfect timing that someone just came in and said to you, you have an interior designer you can refer me to.
Yeah.
Connections and relationships and communication is what will grow your business. Oh, it gets me frustrated. Can you tell?
You're fired up, Nancy. You know, it's tough and it is the long game. I want to say that too. Please do not think you're going to go out to a networking event or, you know, a community organization and suddenly your phone's ringing off the hook. It has happened to me. I guest spoke at a Rotary Club. I got a call that afternoon from someone and she has been one of my absolute best clients. We are on project number 4 together at this point. I've done her entire house and her guest house. Now I'm working on her daughter's house. So it does happen. And I want to encourage you because it can, but know that this is the long game. And I've been in Macon now for 6 years. So I'm not new, but I'm still kind of the new kid in town because this is a small town.
Yeah.
But it works over time. It just takes time and consistency. You cannot just do this for the first few months and hope that your business is going to fly. Start building this into your weekly rhythm. Get out of the house, show up online, be visible. And it's not about perfection. People don't want perfect right now.
No, perfection actually doesn't sell. People want to know, okay, let me put it this way. Everybody knows they're not perfect. Everybody knows they have their quirks, their idiosyncrasies, things they don't want other people to know about them. And then you think, I'm going to have someone in my house for a month to a year. It better be somebody who is non-judgmental that I can relate to understands my lifestyle. I'm going to say non-judgmental again, because I think that's a big one for someone to hire, right? Don't you think? And when they see you on video or see your face or hear your tips or read your tips and see your behind the scenes, do you have a dog? Do you have a cat? Do you like to garden? Do you play pickleball? Do you golf? Do you walk? Do you hike? What do you do? They want to know you because you are personally going to be in their space.
Yes.
Right? So all these visibility things help when you're starting out in a new city. And I know it's tough for my introverts or my ambiverts, which is what I am. I do gain energy from being alone and I do gain energy from being with people, and it's about split half and half. So I consider myself an ambivert, which a lot of people are. Mm-hmm. So pace yourself, but you got to get it done. You have no choice. And this is what we talk about in the academy every time we meet, because it's so important as an entrepreneur to keep the visibility and the momentum on your marketing and your relationship building in order to grow your business. If your business is going down, relationship building, that's the key, both on social media and in person. And that sort of wraps it up, doesn't it?
Nailed it.
Okay, so everyone, If you're struggling with growing your business, you're feeling unorganized in your process, you're feeling uneasy about your pricing, your service models, you're feeling clients are taking advantage of you and they shouldn't be, you're nervous about the new world of AI, all of this is what we teach, understanding how your money flows and your bookkeeping and your finances. We really touch on everything in the academy. So if you are not profitable as an interior designer, or maybe you're profitable but not as big as you want to be, or not as stable as you want to be, too many ups and downs, consider getting on my calendar. You can talk to Lesley or I about joining the academy. It's our 1-year small group coaching program, and the success is remarkable. You can go look at the testimonials on the website. But it's more important for me to talk to you, or for Lesley to talk to you, to see if you're a good fit. If you're not a good fit, we'll tell you, because we don't want to have people in the program who aren't going to have success either, right? We want to make sure you're a good fit. Did I miss anything, Lesley?
No, I would just really encourage you, if this is something that's sort of like piquing your interest a little bit, just go take a look. I know this group is going to fill up. It's already,
oh my God.
This is the time. Everyone is ready for that resurgence, that regrowth, the new ideas, new ways of thinking and running your business. So please do not stay stuck any longer. You do not have to suffer for 10 years before you get help in your business. We got you.
And if you've been in business for 10 or more years, we get plenty of those designers as well who've never quite made money, or they're finally at the end of their journey with their children and they're kind of really digging into their business at this point, right? So it's really for any designer who's struggling with their business, period, end of story. So, all right, click the link to get on my calendar to discuss the Profit Insider Academy if you would like to bring your business up to the next level, maybe make money that you've never actually made before, right? All right. All right, we'll see you next time. And that's it, correct? Go have a great Thursday, everybody.